September is almost around the corner and it's fall, which means one thing: the iPhone 6s is coming. Apple's going to be making some changes to the new device, so we're going to jump in to find out what to expect with the iPhone 6s. So first off, we want to thank the guys at 9to5Mac for the images used here. They showcased a bunch of images for supposedly the iPhone 6s. So what do we know about this device? First of all, looking at the images here and look at the chassis, you can see the design is very similar to the iPhone 6 in terms of what you will see in the casing and sizing. Now, word is that it might be slightly thicker, 0.2 millimeters or less, but nothing more than ordinary in terms of what you will expect to see. So it will still feel and look similar to the iPhone 6, which is very, very interesting. Now you can see also in the top right hand corner, of course, in this image, the housing for the camera. That is something that some people, now there was some speculation that we will get a dual camera on the iPhone 6s, but that isn't the case according to what we're seeing here. Rumors that Apple will move to a 12 megapixel camera that will shoot at 4K and also do 240 frames per second. Now, not forgetting the front facing camera will get a bump to 5 megapixels. So all you selfie fans, it looks like Apple is making that jump to basically give you better photos with your front facing camera. Now, there's also heard word that there will be some force touch functionality with that rear camera, at least with your camera options, which we'll talk about once we get to, of course, the display and force touch technology. Of the chassis here, you can see again the lower housing still has the same position for the headphone jack, the speakers, and of course your ports. Now it looks like a lightning port to me, but also that, I don't know if that will change. I still believe that it's a 50-50 chance that Apple might use USB Type-C, but I think that is something that will come with the iPhone 7. I think we will see USB Type-C first move up to the new iPad instead of the iPhone 6s. So I'm thinking it's still going to stay lightning port, even though I was hoping that Apple will do that push. But so far it looks very similar to what you have with your iPhone 6 and the 6s. The headphone jack, the port for the lightning port, as well as the speakers are all on the same, look the same, still have the same look and feel altogether. So I think it's going to remain lightning port and not USB Type-C. Now when we move on to the some of the board components, we're told that there will be a new Qualcomm chipset for LTE, giving you LTE 6 much faster, giving you speeds up to theoretical up to 300 megabits per second, which is great. So you're going to get better LTE connection, especially for all your internet needs altogether in there. There's also improved NFC, so making sure that you either maybe for other NFC functions other than Apple Pay, so we'll see that improvement there. And also Touch ID will be 30% faster, which is nice to hear. Now we're still hearing that the main storage will still be 16 gigabytes. It doesn't look like Apple is going to jump to the 32 first, but it will be 16, and with the same process they have here with 16, 64 and so on and so forth. But in terms of improvements in the chipsets here, we do know, of course, there's going to have a new A chipset on this device. We're not sure exactly what those components are, but something fresh and new from Apple. Now when it comes to display, those of you hoping for a 2K display on the next iPhone, the iPhone 6s or the 6s Plus, can hold off on that. Apple, I don't think, is going to move to a 2K display. I think they're going to go to 1080p increase, try and improve the pixel density if they can. But the main focus, it will be Force Touch on this. We've heard reports that Force Touch will be used for toggling between photo and video, and also toggling between burst mode while taking photos and things like that. So you're going to see a lot of Force Touch implementation in certain aspects of iOS 9 on your iPhone 6s and your 6s Plus. So that's something I would say. So don't expect a 2K display, but expect Force Touch on your iPhone 6s. So the iPhone 6s will look similar to the iPhone 6, and that is to be expected. We've seen this from Apple year after year, from the iPhone 4 to 4s. 5 to 5S, so that wouldn't change with the iPhone 6s. Now externally there'll be minor changes, maybe just in general size and fit, but internally we're going to see some major changes from Apple with the new A chipset in there. We're also expecting to see 2 GB of RAM for this device. Finally, we also should see better LTE for a chipset, improved NFC, better Touch ID implementation, and also Force Touch. Don't forget, of course, the cameras will be improved both front and rear for this device. So with all this said, when do you expect to see the iPhone 6s? My best date analysis, coming from rumors and speculations and also just logic, is that September 18th will be the best time for Apple to release this device. Last year it was released around the 20th, I believe, 19th or 20th, and that seems about the right time for Apple. It's a Friday, which they usually do their releases on. So I think September 18th is when we will see the iPhone 6s, and of course the announcement will be roughly about 2 weeks before that. So that is it, guys. If you have any questions or any comments or your thoughts about the iPhone 6s, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video. Do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.